be added to as well.
What's wrong?
There's our flooding, that's our own.
Oh, that's
everybody's there.
okay.
Somebody's
So,
been out there and taken it.
are we ready, guys?
Yes.
Original hardware. Let's take a look at this cantilever. Is it balanced? Is it have a release arm? Any maintenance bolts anywhere that you can see? Because I see a little bit something over here, right?
Yeah, some underside.
What about this box? Does it look safe, or is it going to knock somebody in the head over here? Okay, so
But there's slack in the chain, so that's very interesting.
well, because it's ready to be stepped on, so it might be perfectly balanced. What else we got here? How about the original hardware on the treads? Any rusty tears looking up these fire escapes? Any rusty tears by the treads?
Yeah.
See the top third one here, you can see a separation. All welded treads here, original hardware squares. Any rusty tears or any open holes back into the building? They need to be sealed. Should these holes be sealed? How about these tubes? Are they welded? Here's a perfect example why you don't weld. Look at this, come and look at this over here. That's a weld repair. What do you see right away? She already busted. That's called a rust jacking.
See how much the brick is kicking on this support?
Yeah? Yeah.
Stand back in the street, you can see it on that.
So it's suspect? Okay, you guys be carrying all the pipe on the side too?
So you can hire a deputy for
Any rust in the joints?
we actually have
The bracket that's holding the pivot?
This bracket, right between the first and second floor above the chapel gate,
Yeah.
all the way from the building. See it?
That bracket right there?
Yeah, in between the standpipe and the,
Oh, this other one.
the one on the, between the second and third floor.
The brace,
Right there,
All right.
diagonal brace.
pulled away from the building. Look at all the other ones are all tight against the building.
Original hardware, any evidence of maintenance, any hex head bolts anywhere.
Down low here on the back stand.
A couple in the back here, right, by the weight box. What about where it really matters? On the treads, on the support? Uh-oh. You got the Eugene guy putting his fingers in. Do you need to borrow his knife? Get your knife over there. Stu, get your knife in there, man. Come on. Do it, man. Just do it. Just do it. Look at
Fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Illegal. That's a good point. You guys see the car moving out, guy behind you? You guys see that ladder way up there starting to come out? So you actually have to climb backwards, which is very difficult to do on that ladder going to the roof. How about the chain is tied off or roped off, for lack of a better word? How about the lap joint on the ladder? Is any lap joint failure that you can see from down below? Okay, so with that, as we're wrapping it up here, let's look to the left. Pass or fail from here. Any evidence of maintenance?
Yeah.
Aside from the tag. Don't look at the tag. So you got rusty tears on the building that you see. Any evidence of maintenance? Can you see from here? Can you see any shiny head bolts? See any, does it look like original hardware or some maintenance going on? Has this part been maintained with paint or with bolts? Paint. 50 to 75-year-old. This fire escape has been maintained with paint or bolts?
Paint, more paint than gold.
More paint than bolts. When you look up, you're looking for evidence. I see one hex head bolt right on this corner. See it? Otherwise, everything else is square head. So now, here's the most important thing that you guys have to be aware of. As you start inspecting these fire escapes, sadly, what percentage do you think are going to pass at initial pass-fail inspection?
Very small percentage.
Very small percentage. Number two, you're going to have a cost issue. If somebody comes in and starts claiming that they have no money, there's no tenants in the building, there's I don't have the money to do the full repair, what can you initiate that will buy you and them some time while you work things out? So, because you've always thought there was only one thing to do, load test only. full refurbishments only. What else do you have now in your arsenal that you can throw at this that does not remove the violation, but will get this thing functional for the people to get out and for the firemen to get in? What is it? Emergency repair. An emergency repair, which is done by the engineer oversight, with a vendor coming in, can they change out some bolts on key critical supports and make it functional until such time that permanent repairs take effect? Can I make it functional until such time that permanent repairs take effect? Possibly. And can you buy time over 3 months, 6 months, a year? Can you buy time? Does the violation remove itself during that time? No. So you have this potential to work with these people to say, minimally, I want a functionality test done to this thing. And that is, do you have to remove rust in order to make it functional? No. Change the bolts. Do you take any liability as a city while it's under a functionality test and a violation on it? You hope not. You're going to write as many disclaimers as you need. Does the engineer have any disclaimers that he can throw in there? Is he taking any responsibility while it's under functionality? You push all the responsibility back onto the owner because he's under violation. This is nothing but a Band-Aid. This is nothing but triage in the battlefield.
Yep. And the only thing that the engineer is taking on, or the repair person, as the case may be, they may end up in court arguing it, is my repair, my temporary fix on this particular broken thing appropriate now? The engineer is going to have looked at that, hopefully figured out that this size bolt is going to work for this particular emergency repair. The guy putting it in looked at the instructions and said, that's this size bolt, and put it in. So they should be clear and free as far as that stuff goes. Yeah, if you get sued, you may have to argue it, but that's what deposition.
And that's what disclaimers are all about in that process. Whenever you initiate the emergency repair process, disclaimers, 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 and you tie up the owner of the building with the help of the fire marshal. You're gonna be part of the write-up. That for this particular case, you are, because of finances, whatever the scenario may be, you may order. People that watch the fire watches for the situation. You got all these things that to help this guy get over $100,000 repair. On some of these things, they'll hit $100 grand without in the blink of an eye. But he may need only 20 grand worth of repair while he renegotiates with his bank, gets away from foreclosure, whatever the situation may be. You just want to make this thing functional. Otherwise, you can vacate the building or order fire watches. Understand? So you've got some things. Not many people have ever thought about the emergency functionality repair, but it's one of the things you're gonna have to use now. And the last thing I'll say is some of these vendors will fix this fire escape over a 12-month period and negotiate directly with the owner and have owner financing available or vendor financing, which is not something you thought about in the past, but they will do it now just to land the job. So help out in that situation. Any questions? Because you know we had a great crew and we're getting down, but this is the last piece. And we're looking left, we're looking right, and we've got nothing but fire escapes that really don't pass. But are we going to go fully to load test? Or are we going to go to full refurbishment? It's whatever's cheaper and faster for the client. So that's what we're really looking for. I don't know if you want to make any last minute comments here.
Just for my guys, one of the entertaining parts or interesting parts for us is as we look back at some of these that are already flagged, is to take a look at the process, when they got flagged, where they're at in the process, what the steps have been. That'll help reinforce what actuality is for our department.
And if you had a tag that had a date already on it,
it'd be easier to read
today. Yep. You already know how long somebody's been just, and then you're walking by, because you're going to that building, you're walking by, you look up at the tag, it's been 6 months, you're like, oh man, why is this guy, and this is your area, you're like, you know what, now. And you walk in, and the guy owns a jewelry store or something. And you're like, dude, 6 months ago, because you know what triggered your irritation right now is that you read the tag and that it's been 6 months, because you knew it instantaneously. A lot of these dangling flags are nothing more than something I would remove if I owned this building. I'd get there and yank it off, because I don't care if you walk around here too often to get pissed off about that. So whenever possible, they get, but it says right on the tags, do not remove by order of the fire marshal. You can't remove that tag that says fire escape has deficiencies. And if it's yellow, you're looking down the street, a white one, you know, it looks beautiful. You know what a red and yellow one looks like? You can see one from that corner, you can see whether or not that fire escape down there has a red or yellow tag, because the entire color of the tag is red or yellow.
We're all parked back at the station, right?
Yes.
Let's drift that.